Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a new Bork video. This is a quick update of the chart for the people who are invested deep in this thing with me. I know you guys need the day-to-day. I'm doing the day-to-day because I'm scalping this right now because I have a very large position in it. So we're going to dive into the chart real quick and we're going to talk about Bork. I'm going to make sure my face is smaller this time. You guys have been probably irritated with me. Alrighty guys, my screen is fixed and I am back. Is my face small enough? I think it is this time. Let's dive into Bork here real quick for you guys. The people who really want to know what is going on. We're at 6.63 million market cap right now. We've broken the downtrend. We've been talking about this downtrend, this really steep, tight downtrend. You know, you could argue, you know, you were peeking out of it through times here, but this downtrend was really strict up until about 3 days ago. We peaked out. Remember I said it looks like we're peeking out of this downtrend right here that we've got here, and this is the 2-hour chart, by the way, guys. Now we're looking like we broke out of it. We came down. We retested that downtrend, broke out of that triangle, retested it, and we're retesting this level here at the 6 million market cap. Now 6 million is what I've been telling you guys about. Now as you guys know, we came as low as 51. That candle took us to 51. So since 51 we have recovered, man, we've recovered 32%, guys. So congrats to you if you guys caught the bottom. I did not catch 51. It was far too fast. I was buying at 53 and 55 yesterday, so I was getting those prices. I was just scalping, so I was selling some at 70, so that's my range right now. Right now, if we wanted to dive in closer on a chart here and look at what's actually happening, we failed at that 7 million twice now. We were right here, well, 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 we failed right there. We got a big whale sell right here. I would like to see this thing come retest 6 million. I'd like to say, and this is just my thesis, I'd like to say that the bottom was in at 51. That would be very healthy for us, and that will come down here, retest 6 million, and let the bears know that we're not taking this thing any lower, and then bounce from there, and then start a new uptrend. Because right now we're trading sideways in this channel. Basically in this channel we're trading sideways right here after breaking the downtrend. Remember I said we're going into a sideways trend. Now whether we go down more or not, I don't know. It could go down more. I'm not going to tell you guys it's not going to go down, but we're talking about long term. We're going to get rich off this thing. Right now, I want you guys to be aware that Bitcoin is down on the week. Bitcoin is holding up here. It's holding up, but it has been struggling. So if Bitcoin fires off here and breaks above 70,000 and takes Solana over $200 and the bull market continues, we're going to see a really healthy rebound, a really healthy recovery for Bork. If not, if Bitcoin comes down further, you can expect probably we'll come see this zone, this zone right here for Bork. Which remember, we touched this black line here. We touched 51. We have not seen this zone. We touched the top of the zone. We have not seen this zone. I'd like to say we're probably not going to see that zone. But who knows what's going to happen. I'm always down for some cheaper prices. I'm probably reaching somewhat near my max investment. I bought a lot when it was down below 6 million. In this accumulation area, I bought a ton down here, which was a great decision. I sold about 3 grand up here around the 7 million mark. And today I've opened up Bonk Bot. I'm using Bonk Bot here. This is what I'm tracking. I have 16 SOL that I moved into BonkBot. That's equivalent to about $3,000. That's the $3,000 that I sold. I moved it into BonkBot. And why did I do that, guys? Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the sells, when we try to sell, we get like, or buy, either or basically, we get creamed. I'm getting creamed, guys, on Radium, Bird Eye, Soulflare, Jupiter. It doesn't matter, guys. If I'm doing it manually myself, I'm losing. I'm losing to the guy who's doing a bot. So when we got these wicks down to 51 and 53, all these wicks down, they only last like 30 seconds. I'm by my computer almost all day long looking at charts. Bork is always up as one of the charts that I'm watching. Right, guys? So I'm seeing all these dips. I get all the dips, but I don't get to buy them, right? So now I've got, because my Soulflare fails and Radium stalls out and Bird Eye freezes. It's just terrible. So now I've got this setup right here where you can buy a certain amount of Sol. instantly, or you could sell all of it or a percentage of it instantly. So if we get a quick pump, you could hit sell, you could sell a certain amount. If you get a quick dump, you could buy in. Today's going to be my first day testing it. I'm not sponsoring this thing. I'm just, if you guys are riding with me, I want you guys to know what I'm doing. If you guys wanted to scalp the price ranges on this thing with a portion of your bag. I know one guy in the comments yesterday mentioned he's got 10 million tokens. For a guy like that, I could recommend, if you were trying to scalp, maybe scalp if you know how to scalp. Don't scalp if you don't know how to scalp. But if you want to learn how to scalp or know how to scalp and you want to earn more tokens with your tokens, I would recommend taking up to 30% of that. So 3 million tokens, and say we get peaks up to like 70, 75, 80. You're selling portions of that. You're selling 1 million at 70, 1 million at 75. And not these exact numbers. I'm not talking these exact numbers. I'm just saying, as it's peaking out at the top of the range, you're selling 1 million at a time or 500,000 at a time. And then as it dips back down into the lower range, you're buying it all back. And when you're reaching these 10 or 20% scalps, because Bork is moving 10 or 20% multiple times a day now, and you're getting a lot of scalp opportunities here. When you're reaching the top of the range here for 70, if you're reaching for a 5% scalp is only 3.5. We have already reached that. I'm already at a 3.5% scalp. That's 5% for me. I was buying down here at 65.5 with my bonk bot. So I bought 5% cheaper than I sold. But if I waited for it to get down to 63, say it came down here to 63, that's a whole 10%. From 70, 10% of 70 is 7. So that's 63. Sorry, that fucked me all up. But basically, that's your whole 10% scalp. If it comes back down to 63 right here, and you buy it all back, you've just done a 10% scalp. And for me, my scalp is 3,000. So if I do this 10% scalp, if it comes back down to 63 and I'm able to hit that buy all button, I just did a $300 scalp and I earned $300 worth of Bork tokens. So that's how you guys scalp with your bag. I know that this wasn't what the video was about, but if you guys are looking to accumulate more tokens with your tokens, I know some of you here, if you're diehard Bork, you might have a big bag, and you might want to earn more tokens with that bag. Now with me, that 3,000, like I said, if you're doing, like I recommended doing up to 30% of your bag. For me, that's like about 15%. So me doing that as 15%, that's fine, that's comfortable. If it pumps without me, I'll say, okay, fine, I missed it on that 15%. But as long as you're picking good ranges, you might not have it pump without you all of a sudden, unless it's going to go parabolic, in which sense you probably pause on this scalping strategy. But these scalps have been more predictable with this downtrend, the downtrend that I believe is broken. It's even sort of predictable in a sideways trend. When it starts pumping, you really want to be careful not to do that, because if you sell 30% of your tokens and then the thing pumps 40% overnight and doesn't come back down, because it's parabolic again, then you're screwed. Then you're biting yourself for doing that. So that's when I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it in a parabolic market. Looks like we came down a little bit more. And this is what I'm waiting for, guys. I'm waiting on the board down here to see this get cheaper, right? When I see a big whale sell of like $3,000 pop in here, and by the way, Bird Eye shows it faster than Dex Tools, but Dex Tools is cleaner. I don't like Bird Eye's look. In Dex Tools, you could scroll all the way back. Bird Eye, you can't do that. But yeah, no, guys, I'm waiting for this big whale sell, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to buy a ton, right? And so like I said, I mean, like, you might revisit 6 million, you might revisit 5 million, but it looks like this downtrend is running out of steam, guys. And that's just my opinion. Like, you see it. It's not, like, even if you reformed it into a new trend and said, the new trend was, I don't know, right here, it's still breaking it. It's still breaking it. See what I'm saying, guys? So, you couldn't even argue that it's even in a downtrend like that anymore. Now we're trading sideways. We're getting close to the bottom. If you didn't reach the bottom already, this is when I should have recommended you guys start accumulating. not before, when I was having you guys accumulate your tokens. Before, I was having you guys accumulate tokens not high. I wasn't, these other idiots on Twitter were like, buy up here, buy up here. And if you've traded any markets in your life, you know that's not where you buy. You know what I mean? Like that's FOMO. If you're like trying to buy like right here, you're gonna get wrecked. Because, especially if you don't know technical analysis, because if you didn't read the MACD and everything and see that this thing is still overbought and needs to dump a lot further, you know, you would have really got wrecked, and you would have bought all your tokens and spent all your money up here, and you wouldn't be down here with us, riding with us, because I didn't recommend you guys buy anything until it hit like this point right here. I'm going to draw that on the chart real quick. I'm probably not going to leave it there because there's too many lines on this chart, but it was probably right about here. Right about here is where I recommended, in this little yellow zone, is right where I recommended that you guys start accumulating tokens. So if you looked at the grand scheme of things, I didn't recommend anything until it was way down here at the bottom. And now that it's down here by the bottom of this yellow zone, this is when I'd really recommend to start accumulating tokens. And none of this is financial advice. You know, do your own research. I'm a Bork holder. Of course my opinion is going to be biased on this thing, but I think that the project can do amazing. I really do. I think that with the validator, with all the traction, they're partnered with BonkBot, by the way. They've also just recently partnered with Camino Finance. The Twitter followers are growing. The holder count is still growing. The SOL staked in the validator. And by the way, if you guys don't know how to find the validator, I heard a couple of the people on here watching don't know how to find this. I'm going to leave a link down below for this. You can find this right here, the Bork validator. And this was yesterday's amount, 4,800. Let's be transparent. Did it go up or down? 4,800. Okay, so we're still sitting at 4,800. So that's where we're sitting. We're sitting at 4,799 SOL staked in their validator. All the details are here. You guys can look over everything that they've got going on, all their stats, how everything's going right here. Direct stake with Marinade. So there's their partnership recently with Marinade. Or they partnered with Camino too, didn't they? That's what I just mentioned. So they're partnered with both of them. There you guys go. I mean, like, they're growing. They're getting partnerships. This guy's anticipating some gigantic rip. We're here. We're down here. We might even be a little bit lower because he didn't put any numbers on this thing like a fucking yo-yo. I don't know why he did that. But he's got a decent amount of subscribers, right? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't know. I wouldn't trust him. And probably, it probably isn't going to go straight up like that. But we would be rich. If that did that, we would be just disgustingly rich. And then, like, if we were, basically what we're arguing here is that maybe this will do this faster than all of our other tokens will go up. And so if you guys sold some other tokens to buy the Bork dip, you're basically just, you're wagering that Bork's going to recover faster than your tokens are going to pump. If Bork can double back to 12 million before your token can double, then you can sell some at 12 million and put it back in your other token, and you basically sold for double your money and took your original investment out on Bork, and you still have tokens. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm recommending other people do, and we probably will hit this point at some point. You know what I mean? And much higher, I would assume, if we just all buy all of our money in Bork and just hold all of our money in Bork and just don't sell like all year, we'll probably be rich. But we don't work that way. Brains don't work that way. We want to hold dollars. We want to be safe. We want to diversify. We want to have all these different investments. And then as soon as things start going up, we're like, sell, 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 sell. And so you never let your investment appreciate in value. You never hold long enough. You're cheating when it goes down. Human psychology, it's so difficult to get around this human psychology. And that's why I've been making videos on this every day, because I don't need you guys to, buy the dip here at 7 million and then it dips to 5 million. And you guys are like, oh no, I got to sell. And then take a big loss, because that's like a 35% loss right there for no reason at all, because you saw the recovery. I just showed you the 32% recovery. Like the thing from down here at 51, real quick before I let you guys go, we're up. If you want to just go to where we're at right now, we're up still 29%. And that's even after we dipped back down. And I'm waiting for this dip. I'm waiting for this big dip. waiting for a dip more, because that'll be my $300 scalp. If this goes to 63, that's my $300 scalp, because I sold 3 grand up at 70. That's how that's going, guys. I do recommend that you guys get BonkBot. It's used right through Telegram. You guys can pick it up. It's completely free. I'll leave a link down below for that. I'm not getting paid by them or anything at all. And just wanted to reiterate, most of the reasons for this recent dip all the way to 5.1 million was this guy. We lost this holder, 73 million tokens he sold yesterday. I made a video about that. Check out that video real quick, guys. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on, the market, Bork, everything. Subscribe to the channel. Keep you guys posted. I know I made this video probably way longer than it was supposed to be. Supposed to just basically be a chart video that I had for you guys, but I kind of made it longer. It's okay. I'm just celebrating. I'm happy that we kind of pretty much reached the bottom of this bad boy right here. It looks like we reached the bottom of this, you know, this little range that we've got right here. And now I'm like, okay, is there any more money that I want to put into this thing? I'm getting this money like just ready, and I'm thinking like maybe we could get one more dip down below 6 million and be able to pick up a little bit more tokens really quick, and that would be absolutely astronomical for us. 4x or 5x. If we're picking up tokens right now, guys, that's a 5x for this to do this, to go right here. So you guys are looking at that. I don't know how fast it'll do it. We could be waiting all summer for this, guys. So don't put in money you're not willing to wait and hold, but do your research on Bork so that way you have high conviction and you have, you know, the guts to hold it, because you need to have that. If you don't have that, you guys are going to cheat and it's not going to work out. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll recover fast. But if it doesn't, you guys want to have those nerves of steel to say, okay, I got into this for a reason. I'm waiting for my outcome. Because I know some of you got like 5 or 10 grand in here. If this thing does 100x, you guys will be buying new houses and new cars, new lives, new everything, new wardrobe. You'll eat different, everything. Everything will change off of one thing because you guys decided to make a decision and not change it. Remember, rich people make decisions fast and change them slowly. So make a decision here fast, and then change that decision very slowly. So with that being said, have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bork, Bork, Bork to the moon. Take care, guys, and have an amazing day.